Whether my screen is visible, please tell me. Any one of you?
No, sir.
Screen is visible?
No, sir.
No? Just a minute. Wait for some time. Present no one. Entire screen. Hide one. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Screen is
Yes,
visible?
sir, no, it's visible.
Okay, okay. So I will start within 1 or 2 minutes. Just a minute. Thank you. Okay. I think screen is visible now.
Yes, it's visible, sir. Yes.
Okay, okay. Shall I start? Okay. So this is a second lecture. Last time we already seen some part of calculus, and today we are continuing with another part. Okay. So in last period already we have seen this particular table, and in this we have seen linear algebra, which was already taught by Boite madam. Then statistic and probability, that was taught by Sonone sir, and calculus, that I am dealing with this. And last time we already done some part of that. So today's means like outline of my lecture is, we just revise standard result, not problems. Last time we already did that. Limits, continuity, differentiability, maxima and minima of function. Then we have integration and their properties. So what I will do today, limit is already covered in last part, limit, continuity and differentiability. So today we are going to cover maxima, minima of functions and integration and its properties. So before that, within 2 minutes, we revise all standard results that we already studied. So all these results are known to you, just go through once. So limit of sin x by x as x tend to 0 is 1. Okay. So limit of sin x by x is 1 as x tend to 0. Then we have limit of tan x by x is 1 as x tend to 0. Limit of sin inverse by x as x tend to 0 is 1. Limit of sin mx by x as x tend to 0 is m. Then limit of 1 plus x power 1 by x is e as x tend to 0. All these results we already seen, and we already solved problems based on this. So we just go through these results. Then function is said to be continuous at x is equal to a if left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to value of function at that point. Okay. So function is said to be differentiable at x is equal to a if limit of f of x plus h divided by fx divided by h, if this limit exists, we denote it by derivative of function at point x. Then we have seen L'Hopital rule, that is when the limit is in the form fx by gx, which is 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, then we have to take derivative of numerator and derivative of denominator and then apply limit. Then these are the forms which are called as indeterminate forms that we already studied last time. So problem based on that also we studied, and today we are going to study integration, particularly integration as well as maxima and minima. And this is very important, most important, I can say, formula. If the integrand is of type AT or AE, means A means algebraic and trigonometric, AE means algebraic and exponential. When it is a combination, then we have integration of uv dx is uv1 minus u dash v2 plus u double dash v3 and so on. So sign is plus minus, dash represent derivative, v1 means integration of v, and like that. So you can get value of such limit which is very, very complicated in one line just by applying this particular formula. Then another formula is integration of cos of fx into f dash x dx is sine of fx plus c. Maybe cos, maybe whatever function we have, sine, tan, you take. And this formula we required while dealing with the problems. Then integration of fx from 0 to a dx, which is equal to integration of f of a minus x dx from 0 to a. This is another formula which is most useful while dealing with the problems, particularly the problems which appears in the GATE examination. Then another formula is integration of fx dx from 0 to a is 0 if f of a minus x is equal to minus fx. Then this is called Euler's formula. E power plus ix or e power minus ix, which is equal to cos x plus minus I times sin x. So this is cos of x plus minus I times sin of x. So when there is plus sign, here in between these two, plus sign. If there is minus sign, here we have minus sign. Then to find maxima and minima of a function fx, what we have to do is first find f dash x and equate that to 0. That gives, solving this equation, we get stationary points. And once we get stationary points, then find f double dash of x at that point. So if f double dash of x is greater than 0, then we say that fx has maxima at that point. And if f double dash of x is less than 0 at stationary point, then we say that fx has yes, here we have got, if it is greater than 0, then we have minima. And when f double dash of x is less than 0, then we say that at that stationary point, we say that function has a maximum value. When it is 0, we say that that is a saddle point. Okay. So these are the standard results. This slide is very important as far as dealing with the problems. So shall I go to next slide? As I already told you, whenever you are attending lecture, you must note down all those things so that you can revise. So next problem is, we start with the problem. Last time we already solved 11 examples. Now today we are going to solve more problems. So this is problem number 12. What is the maximum value of function fx, which is equal to 2x square minus 2x plus 6 in the interval 0, 2. So that is a function fx, which is 2x square minus 2x plus 6. And we have to find maximum value. The options given are A is 6, B is 10, C is 12, and D is 5.5. So to solve this problem, write fx, find out f dash of x, equate that to 0. So f dash of x is obviously 4x minus 2. And by equating that to 0, means 4x minus 2 is 0, means x is equal to, I think, 1 by 2. It is not 2, it should be 1 by 2. So x is equal to 1 by 2. X is, this is 1 by 2. So this is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. So this value is not correct. Okay. Then f double dash of x, you find out it is 4 for all points because it is constant value. So f double dash of x is 4, which is greater than 0. F has a maxima at x is equal to 2. And there is no point of minima at x is equal to 2. So there is no point of local maxima. Since f double dash is greater than 0, we say that function has minimum value at this point. And so there is no local maxima. And now you find out, in this case, what you have to do, you have to just find value of function at the end points. So you put x as 0 in this relation, you will get f of 0 as 6. Put x as 2, you will get f of 2 as 10. So function having a maximum value which is 10 in the interval 0 to 2. So end points you have to see, and out of these two, 10 is the maximum value. So function has maxima at this point to x is equal to 2, and that value is 10. So here option is B. So our answer is B. I think you are getting this. Okay. So I will go to next problem. The minimum value of function y is equal to x square in the interval 1, 5 is, options are A is 0, B is 1, C is 25, D is undefined. So we have to find minimum value of this function. So we have to follow same procedure. F of x is x square, then find its derivative and equate that to 0. So f dash of x is 2x, and by equating that to 0, we get x is equal to 0. So since x is 0, but it is not point of this interval 1 to 5. So x is equal to 0 is not point of the given interval. And this interval is bounded because lower bound is 1, upper bound is 5. So f of 1 we have to find, as well as f of 5 also we have to find in this case. So f of 1 is 1, f of 5 is 25. So minimum value among these two is 1. So minimum value of function fx, which is equal to x square, is 1 in the interval. Are you getting? Note down this. Okay. Shall I go to next problem? Any one of you can please reply.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you getting this? I'm not getting any response. That's why I'm asking. Okay. So next problem will be, answer in this case is B. Answer is 1. So next problem is, at x is equal to 0, function fx is equal to x cube plus 1 has maximum value, B is minimum value, C is singularity, and D is point of inflection. So we have given fx, which is x cube plus 1, find f dash of x, which is 3x square, and equate that to 0. And that gives x is 0, obviously. So find f double dash of x. Second derivative will be 6x. And at this point, we have to find second derivative. So f double dash at 0, that gives 0. So fx has a point of inflection at x is equal to 0. Because we can't decide here maxima or minima, so we called it as, so our option here in this case is D. So it is very simple. Within 1 minute, you can solve this problem. Okay. I think you are getting this. Shall I go to next problem?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You are
sir.
getting this. Okay. So I will go to next problem. All these problems I have taken from GATE examinations only. Then come to the integral problems of integration. These problems are also very simple. You can solve within a minute. Problem number 15. The value of integral minus infinity to plus infinity of 1 by 1 plus x square dx is. So what you have to do? Options. A is pi, B is pi by 2, C is minus pi by 2, and D is minus pi. So what you have to do is you have to just solve this integration, and this is very standard result. Integration of 1 by 1 plus x square dx is what? Tan inverse x. And what are the limits? Minus infinity to plus infinity. So apply limit. Tan inverse of, for upper limit it will be tan inverse of minus infinity. For lower limit it is tan inverse of, yes, for upper limit it is tan inverse of infinity. For lower limit it is tan inverse of minus infinity. And we know tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2. Tan inverse of minus infinity is minus pi by 2. Then if you simplify this, this gives pi by 2 plus pi by 2, and that is pi. And I think option A over here is pi. So in this problem, yes, answer will be not D. I think it is A. Just check. Yes, answer is A, not D. So there is a correction in this particular part. So pi by 2 plus pi by 2, that gives pi. So answer is A. This was also appeared in the GATE examination. So I will go to next problem. Value of integration given below is minus 2 pi. Second option pi. Third option minus pi. Fourth option is 2 pi. So how you solve this integral? Obviously it is in the form AT. Integrand is AT type, algebraic. X square is algebraic, cos x is trigonometric. So in one line you can get value of this integration. So what is the formula that we have to use? Integration of uv dx, which is equal to uv1 minus u dash v2 plus u double dash v3 minus and so on. So u is what? U is x square. And v is what? V is trigonometric. AT. A means x square. T means algebraic, means cos x. So integration of this x square as it is. Integration of cos x is sin x. Derivative of x square is 2x. Second term with minus sign. Then integration of sin x is minus cos x. Then derivative of 2x is 2. Integration of minus cos x is minus sin x. And what are the limits? 0 to pi. I think you are getting this. To find value of this integration, first function as it is, integration of second, minus derivative of x square, integration of sin x, plus, it should be plus, derivative of this function, then integration of this function. And you observe that sin pi is 0, sin of 0 is 0. So first term and last term directly vanish. No need to solve this. Second term also vanish for lower limit. So what I have to do to solve this integral means I have to only apply limit pi for middle term. Rest of the terms are 0. So as we know, sin pi is 0, cos of pi is minus 1, sin of 0 is 0, cos of 0 is 0. So that's why first term, last term directly vanish. Middle term for lower limit gets 0. So we have this term, middle term for upper limit means minus 2 pi into cos of pi with minus sign. So minus of minus is plus. Then again cos of pi is minus 1. That's why it is minus 2 pi. So final answer is minus 2 pi. Means here, solution of this problem is A. Means answer of this problem is A. So it is very simple. Within 1 minute, you can solve. Don't worry about now speed. Just concentrate on accuracy first. And then speed will come automatically. Because in the examination, it is not the case that you are able to solve each and every question. But accuracy is most important. And therefore, so always you concentrate, give sufficient time while dealing with the problems. And if you do enough practice, that is not difficult. As I already told you last time, passing in the examination required at least 30 marks, around 30 marks, 25, more than 25, about around 30. And if you are able to score 8 to 10 or more than 10 marks, then that will be very good for you as far as maths is concerned. And for maths, surely you can get questions which you can easily solve. You can easily deal with that. So next problem is, if f of x is r times sine of pi x by 2 plus s, and f dash of 1 by 2 is root 2, and integration of fx dx from 0 to 1 is 2r by pi. Then constants r and s are respectively 2 by pi and 16 by pi, 2 by pi and 0, 4 by pi and 0, 4 by pi and 16 by pi. These are the options given. So here constants means obviously it is given r and s are constant. What do you have to do? We have to solve this according to the requirement. So fx is given as r times sine of pi x by 2 plus s of x. Then what we do? We find its derivative, f dash of x. F dash of x is given as this. So its derivative of sine is cos. So derivative of this term, r times sine of pi x by 2 plus s. S is constant. So derivative will be what? Cos of pi x by 2 into derivative of pi x by 2 is pi by 2. And r is constant. And derivative of s is 0. So f dash of x we are getting as this value. I think you are able to get this. Then find f dash of 1 by 2. Means put x as 1 by 2. So it is r into pi by 2 cos of pi by 2 into x. X means 1 by 2. That's why it is cos of pi by 4. And cos pi by 4 we know is 1 by root 2. But f dash of 1 by 2 is root 2 is given. That's why I have written here, which is equal to root 2. So solve this. R times pi by 2 into cos of pi by 4 means 1 by root 2 into, which is equal to root 2. So if you simplify this root 2 into root 2, that gives 2. This 2 you transfer to other side. So you get value of r as pi by 4. So value of r as pi by 4. Then integration of fx dx from 0 to 1, which is given here as 2r by pi. So we write as it is. And then we put enter value of fx here. So it is r times sine of pi x by 2 plus s dx from 0 to 1. So we have r into, yes, integration of sine is minus cos. So it is what? Integration of sine is sine of ax is minus of cos of ax divided by a. So that's why this is just reciprocal of this term excluding x. So it is minus because of integration of sine is minus cos. This is 2 by pi cos of pi x by 2 plus integration of s dx is sx. Limits are 0 to 1. Now if you apply this limit, so what we are getting 2r by pi as it is this side. Then it is r into 2 by pi as it is. Then for upper limit, we are getting cos pi by 2. And cos pi by 2 is 0. Yes, for that, that's why this term is 0 for upper limit. And this term is 0 for lower limit because x is 0. So here what I have to do, I have to put lower limit. means because of lower limit, minus of minus become plus. So it is 2r by pi, r times, because of lower limit it is plus 2 by pi, plus 0 is 1, plus for lower limit this is 0, for upper limit this is 1, that's why it is plus s. So 2r by pi on both sides get cancelled and we are getting value of s as 0. So what I am getting? I am getting r as 4 by pi and s as 0. So where are the options? R and s, 4 by pi and 0. So my answer is C. So solution of this problem is C. Though it looks to be difficult, means lengthy, but it is not so. It may require 1 or 2, 3 minutes, but definitely there is no difficulty while dealing with this problem. Okay, I think I will go to next problem. All of you note down this. Okay, so problem number 18. Integration of 1 by pi to 2 by pi of cos of 1 by x divided by x square dx is equal to. Options are not given here. So we have to solve this problem. While dealing with this, what you have to do? You have to observe carefully integrand. Cos of 1 by x. So we know derivative of 1 by x as minus 1 by x square. So we have to, while dealing with this integration, we have to apply method of substitution. So what is the substitution? Obviously here put 1 by x as t. So that minus 1 by x square dx will be dt. Then accordingly, what are the limits? Lower limit for x is 1 by pi. So when x is 1 by pi, t is pi. What is upper limit for x? 2 by pi. Means when x is 2 by pi, t will be just reciprocal of that. That is pi by 2. So this integral becomes I is equal to lower limit is pi, upper limit is pi by 2. So it is pi to pi by 2. And because of minus 1 by x square dx is equal to dt. So this become minus because of 1 by x square dx will be minus dt. So it is cos t dt. And integration of cos we know is sine. So value of this integration is sine t from pi to pi by 2. And we know sine of pi is 0. Sine of pi by 2 is 1. So value of this integration will be 1 for upper limit, and because we have already here minus sign, so answer is minus 1. So value of this integration is minus 1. Options are not given. That's why we have to just write value of integration is minus 1. Are you getting? You can just tell me. If speed is more, you can just tell me.
Okay.
I am unmuting, or otherwise.
Can we explain again?
Okay. So we have to solve this integration. For that, we have to apply substitution. And cos of 1 by x, always see this angle. That we substitute as t. So that taking derivative of this, we get minus 1 by x square dx as dt. So when we apply limits as x as 1 by pi, then what is value of t? T will be reciprocal of that, means t is pi. When x is upper limit is 2 by pi. When x is 2 by pi, t will be 1. T will be reciprocal of that, means it is pi by 2. So this integral becomes, lower limit now become pi because we are writing it in terms of t. And upper limit will be pi by 2. And we know 1 by x square dx is dt with minus sign. So 1 by x square dx will be minus dt. So that's why here we have got minus sign. And this become cos t. 1 by x square dx will be dt with minus sign. So that's why we convert this integral into this form. So it is minus pi, means it is minus of cos t dt from pi to pi by 2. and integration of cos t is sin t. So it is already having minus sign. Then lower limit is pi, upper limit is pi by 2. We know sine of pi is 0, sine of pi by 2 is 1. So for upper limit, value of this integral is 1. And because we have already minus sign, its value is minus 1. So I will be minus 1. And that is our answer. Are you getting? Are you getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shall I go to next
sir.
problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So answer is minus 1. The next problem is problem number 19. The value of integration x times cos of x square dx. Correct to 3 decimal places. Assume that pi is 3.14 is. Answer is not given. We have to find value of this integration. So you note down this problem. Okay. So what you have to do, again we have to think of how we can evaluate this integral. Angle is very important in the last problem also and in this problem also. That is trick. So x square is the angle and outside x we have. So we have to apply method of substitution. Put x square as t. We know by applying standard formula. What is it? Integration of cos of fx into f dash x dx is equal to sine of fx plus c. So what we have, x square derivative is 2x. Do adjustment according to that. Means x square derivative is 2x. So you just write here 2x and rest of the terms as it is, cos of x square as it is. When we are writing here 2, we have to divide it by 2. So that's why this term is given integral can be adjusted in this form. So it will be 1 by 2 integration of 2x into cos of x square dx from 0 to pi by 4. Okay. And then apply this formula. So once you apply this formula, you will get answer as 1 by 2 as it is. Then integration of this is sine of x square. And limits are from 0 to pi by 4. Apply limits. So whenever sine term is there, it is very interesting to see always at which limit we are getting 0. Obviously, when we apply x at 0, we are getting value at 0. And for upper limit, you have to calculate. So for lower limit, this term will be 0. So it is 1 by 2 sine of x is what? Pi by 4. X square means what? Pi square by 16. So 1 by 2 sine of pi square by 16. And you just calculate this value, pi square by 16, and find sine of that and divide it by 2 by using calculator. And take pi as 3.14. So take pi as 3.14 square divided by 16 and sine of that, and you divide it by this. So you will get sine of pi square by 16, that gives 0.5785 divided by 2. And after simplifying, in 3 digits, you are getting, actually it is 0.2892, but we required answer in 3 digits only. If you write answer in 4 digits, you won't get marks. So be careful. Each and every word which is asked in the problem, you have to follow those guidelines. So it is up to 3 decimal places, means our answer is 0.289. Are you getting this? Yes or no? Shall I go to next problem?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will go to, I think Shubham, who is speaking?
Sir, Shivam Sutar.
येस. आवाजावरून पण मला आजकाल ओळखता येतं. आजकाल आपण बघू शकत नाही एकमेकांना. दॅट इज द प्रॉब्लेम. ओके, नो प्रॉब्लेम. Problems are always there, but we have to find out solution for that. Okay. So I will go to next problem. Answer is 0.289. Answer is 0.289. Okay. So next problem. Problem number 20. Integration of 1 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan x dx from 0 to pi by 4. Here options are given. A is 0, B is 1, C is log of 2, and D is 1 by 2 log of 2. So we have to solve this integral. While solving, we know tan A minus B formula is tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A into tan of B. We know 1 means tan of pi by 4. You can quickly adjust this. Is tan pi by 4 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan pi by 4 into tan x. So it can be written in this form. So value of this integrand we can write as tan of pi by 4 minus x by applying this formula, because it is tan pi by 4 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan pi by 4 into tan of x. And applying this formula, we get this as tan of pi by 4 minus x dx. Limits as it is 0 to pi by 4. And we know integration of tan is what? Log of sec. Okay. So using integration 0 to a f x dx, which is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Apply this formula. Use this, and what is a? A is pi by 4. So value of this integral is what? Tan of pi by 4 minus this bracket. So we do that, which is tan of pi by 4 minus x dx. So pi by 4 with plus minus sign get cancelled. Minus of minus x become plus x, and we will get this as integration of tan x dx from 0 to pi by 4. Okay. Limits are 0 to pi by 4. And integration of tan x is log of sec x from 0 to pi by 4. So log of sec x. Again, see that what is sec of 0? Sec means 1 by cos. And cos 0 is 1. So sec of 0 is also 1. Sec of pi by 4 is root 2. So we get this is log of, for upper limit, it is root 2, log of root 2. And for lower limit, log of 1. And log 1 is 0. That's why we get log of root 2. And log a power b is b log a. That's why we get 1 by 2 log of 2. Are you getting? I will explain again. So just apply tan a minus b, which is tan a minus tan b divided by 1 plus tan a into tan b. And this integral we can write tan pi by 4 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan of pi by 4 into tan x. That's why we write tan of pi by 4 minus x dx from 0 to pi by 4. So apply this particular formula, and from that you can get this particular integral. And pi by 4 get cancelled, so that we converted this complicated integral into its simpler form. And integration of tan x we know is log of sec x. We know log of sec x means sec of 0 is 1 and sec of pi by 4 is root 2. So we get log of root 2 minus log of 1, and log of 1 is 0. That's why it is log of square root of 2. And we can write it further by simplifying 1 by 2 log of 2. Okay. So our answer is D. Solution of this problem, answer is D. Okay. Then we go to next problem. Given that I is equal to square root of minus 1, then integration of cos x plus I times sin x. Very simple problem, but looks to be very complicated. You can solve within 1 or 2 minutes. divided by cos x minus I times sine of x dx. So what is cos x plus I times sine of x? That we have to see. First we'll see what are the options. A is 0, B is 2, C is minus I, and D is I. So here we know cos of Ix is cos x plus I times sine x. And yes, e power Ix is cos x plus I times sine x. And e power minus Ix is cos x minus I times sine of x. So this term will be e power Ix numerator, and denominator will be e power minus Ix. So just write that way. So it is what? 0 to pi by 2 e power Ix divided by e power minus Ix dx. And convert means shift denominator to numerator. So what we get? We get e power 2Ix. This goes to numerator. So integrand will be e power 2Ix dx. Limits for integration 0 to pi by 2. And this is very simple form. Integration of e power x, we know e power x divided by a. So it is what? Integration value is e power 2Ix divided by 2I. A is here 2I. Limits are 0 to pi by 2. Then apply limits. So if you apply x as pi by 2, what we get for upper limit? So it is pi by 2, 2I into pi by 2, 2 get cancelled. So it is e power I pi. And for lower limit, e power 0 is 1. That's why e power I pi minus 1 divided by 2I. Okay. Then what is e power I pi? E power Ix is cos x plus I times sine x. So it is what? Cos of pi plus I times sine of pi. Yes, cos of pi plus I times sine of pi. Minus 1 as it is. This 2I as it is. And cos pi is what? Minus 1. Sine pi is what? 0. So minus 1 into minus 1. Sorry, minus 1 plus 0 minus 1 divided by 2I. Means what is it? Minus 2 divided by 2I. And if you solve that, you will get answer as, yes, what is it? It is minus 2 divided by 2I. Minus 2 divided by 2I means it is minus 1 by I. So actually it is I. So answer should be D. Answer should be D. Yes. Answer should be yes. Answer is not C. It should be D. Are you getting my point? So this should be I. Because what we are getting, this is equal to I. Because it is minus 1 by I, na? So our answer is D. This is not correct. Answer is D. This option. Are you getting? Am I right or not? Anyone of you can reply me? Yes. Shall I go to next problem? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
So answer is I or minus
Yes,
I.
sir,
What is it?
I.
Minus
Not
I.
minus I. It is what? Minus 2 divided by 2I. Means it is minus 1 by I. And if you multiply it by I,
That should be
that
I.
should be I. So answer is I. I have written here C. That is not correct. Answer should be D. Okay. So make it correct. Okay. Shall I go to next problem? So 2-3 more problems are there. that we will quickly go through. And problem number 22. Integration 0 to 2 pi mod of x times sin x dx, which is equal to k pi. If this value of integration is k pi, the value of k is equal to, we have to find value of k. Answer is not given. So it is mod of, integrand is mod of x times sin x dx. Limits are 0 to 2 pi. So what we do, we divide this into, why we are doing like this? Because we know mod x in the interval 0 to 2 pi is positive. Try to understand. Because 0 to 2 pi, x is always greater than 0. So it is positive. But sin x from pi to 2 pi, sin x is like y. So from pi to 2 pi in the lower quadrant, we can say here. If you just look at here in third quadrant, here negative, minus, minus. Here we have x coordinate plus y coordinate minus. And it is like CS. CS means in third quadrant means it is pi. Here it is pi to 2 pi, means this particular part we have to see. So here we have in third quadrant means pi to 2 pi. Sign is negative. That's why we are writing this as, 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi. Because of modulus, we are getting here as a minus value. In the next step, you will see. So value of this integrand, because x is positive in this range 0 to pi, sin x is also positive. That's why it is x times sin x dx from 0 to pi. But here sin is negative. Just see. Here it is negative here. So in this particular part, which is pi to 2 pi, we are going from this direction to this direction. So it is negative. That's why we have f of minus x is equal to minus fx. So it is minus x times modulus value is minus x times sin x dx from pi to 2 pi. And now simplify this integration by applying uv formula. Integration of uv dx is uv1 minus u dash v2 plus u double dash v3 and so on. So value of this integral x, integration of sin x is minus cos x, then minus 1 derivative of, integration of x, we are finding integration of x sin x. So derivative of x is 1, integration of minus cos x is minus sin x, 0 to pi. So if you simplify this, for this term only what is the change? Everything will be same, only limits are different. This bracket is same as this bracket. Only limits here are 0 to pi and here are 0 to 2 pi. Then apply limits. While applying, for lower limit this is 0. For upper and lower limit, this term is 0. Means second term is 0. Fourth term is 0. First term here is 0 for lower limit. This is 0 for lower limit. Means only we have to calculate first term with upper limit. Here also first term with upper limit. So we get value of this integral is given as k pi. And if you simplify this, it is x. Means it is 2 pi. Right? X is pi here. X is pi. Then cos of pi, that gives minus of minus 1. So it is pi. So value of this bracket is pi. This will be 0 for upper as well as lower limit. This will be 2 pi into cos of 2 pi, which is 1. And so we are getting here minus of minus plus. That's why it is pi plus 2 pi. And fourth term, obviously, as I told you, is 0. So it is what? Pi plus 2 pi. And this will be plus pi, one more term. Why it is one more term? Because here, if I apply lower limit, Yes, just check how you are getting this value as pi, then this value as 0, this value as, it is not pi 0 to 2 pi, it is actually pi to 2 pi. So that's why we are getting here pi. See carefully. Value of this term will be pi. So we are getting pi plus 2 pi plus pi. Here lower limit is not, lower limit is pi, not 0. So this limit is pi. Okay. So make it pi. And then solve. Then you will get value of this term as 4 pi. Simplify this. And k pi is equal to 4 pi means pi is 4. So answer is 4 here. Answer is 4. Okay. So we'll finish within 2-3 minutes. Don't leave the meeting. I will take 1 or 2 more problems if you require. Otherwise, I can just give it as an assignment. What do you feel? And you have to fill attendance also. Yes. Any one of you
Sir,
require?
please give us.
I will give assignment.
Yes, sir.
So you can just go through next 2 problems, and I will provide material also. Whatever I taught you, that I will provide you through your email. And surely it will be beneficial to all of you if you subscribe the channel of Engineering Mathematics. I will share link of that also to your email. So that will be better, because it is not possible to cover everything in this particular 1 hour. There are so many topics. You can go in all details. My video lectures are available. And from that, like every chapter of unit means Engineering Maths 1, Maths 2, I prepared of videos, and you can go through that. Actually, I should have given you link for that right now, but okay, no problem. I will provide you very soon. So just note down this problem, or otherwise you can take screenshot of this. That will be better, so that we can go to the next. I think attendance link is shared to you. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Attendance link is shared by Bhote madam.
Yes, sir.
In chat box. Okay. So just note down this problem, and one more is there. Shall I go to next slide? Shall I go to next slide?
Sure, sir.
So last problem is this. Note down this also. And this is lengthy. You can solve later on, or otherwise I will share you solution also. You can take screenshot instead of noting it. You can easily go through that in all details. I will show you next slide also. That is the solution. Screenshot of this. It is lengthy, but no problem. You can just go through this, because we already have lectures. You attended lectures of entire day, and this one more lecture that will be helpful for you. But still, there is no alternative. You can just take screenshot of this particular slide. One more slide is there. Okay, last part. X is not continuous. You take a screenshot of this. Then all these things you can take screenshot. Okay. So I wish you all the best, happy learning, and thank you. Don't leave the meeting. Just copy link of attendance and give your attendance, as well as Yes. Feedback and attendance form you have to, it is compulsory to all. Otherwise, your attendance will not be marked. So all of you have to submit feedback and your valuable suggestions I'm expecting. You can give any suggestion that you would like to have. And I will share material, study material of entire these two lectures to you very soon, so that you can go through all details. Maybe I will provide you whatever possible way that I will find and I will share it to you. So thank you for attending this particular lecture and I wish you all the best and happy learning. Thank you. Any one of you want to share something regarding this lecture? Any one of you? Shivam,
Yes, sir.
would you like to share something about this lecture or these two lectures?
No, sir, not now.
Not now. Why? Whether you like it or not?
Yes,
Whether
I
it is
like it,
useful-
sir.
Whether it is useful to you or not? That's what
Yes, sir.
only I expected.
Yes, sir. It is useful
I have
lecture.
done. I must know whether it is useful to you or not. That is only the thing that I wanted.
Yes, sir. It is very useful lecture.
So I will provide entire study material, and in a 2-3 days that will be helpful to you. And next time maybe another teacher will come and he will take lecture. He or she will take. Because we have got very short period of slots, means 2 lectures, 3 lectures, and it is difficult to cover everything in that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.